Hey everyone, it's Ed, and welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes. There was something that I ran across the other day on Reddit, and it bothered me a little, so I just wanted to throw it out there to the community and talk to you all about it. As someone who's involved in higher ed and who's been involved in everything from training and development to higher education for pretty much my entire life, there was this question asked on Reddit about Obsidian, and as you know, I've been doing some video content on that and been doing some discussions around how you would use that with a supernode. But beyond that, just this idea of personal knowledge management. And the question, which was, I thought, a very valid question, was is the flight school course offered by Nick Milo worth it? And some of the responses were pretty harsh, I think, to the person asking that question. I think we're all at different points as far as what our learning curves are, how comfortable we feel with new technologies. And some people were saying, this isn't rocket science. You should be able to just jump in there and play around and do that and make it happen. And while I agree that some people could do that, one of the best ways for me to learn is by doing, by getting in, struggling, working through a process and learning different things. But I also understand there are some times where you really need guidance and help. And I just found that kind of interesting that there was that, level of attack on someone who's asking because they feel like they're out of their element or they feel like there's something that they don't understand. And they're almost being attacked for reaching out. And I'll give you an example even from me. So I'm looking through Obsidian. Brandon Boswell put out a great video the other day where he interviewed someone who created a way to use Obsidian and other tools to publish. Rather than using Obsidian Publish, you could use an open source product, and it's called Quartz. And Quartz has been around for a while, but I guess with the fourth iteration, they've really kind of redone and made this a really cool product for a lot of people. And Brandon uses it to publish his site. And I'll link that down in the bottom so you can see that full interview. But this idea that there are different comfort levels. I looked at chords. It seemed complex to me, but then again, I'm not a coder. I'm not someone who even really dabbles in code. I know very little about it, rather than some basic HTML that I learned years ago. And for me, that wasn't something that I would invest my time in. And I don't feel like it's something that you should be criticized for. For me, when I get to the point where I want to publish my Obsidian content, it might be worth the little bit of money to pay to Obsidian to be able to do that without having to worry about, do I code this? How do I make this, work behind the scenes? Because for me, that would be a larger learning curve, and I would need guidance and help to make that happen. So this is a little bit of a different video for me. I think partially because it's important for me to understand that people need to be met where they are in their learning journey. I'm not saying that the Obsidian Flight School by Nick Milo is a wonderful product. I don't know, quite frankly. I watched his videos. I enjoy the way he approaches thinking through the learning process. But I don't think that someone who's asking for help should be given that level of negative reinforcement for asking the question. If your opinion is that it isn't worth it, that's great. That's what they're asking for. If your opinion is, why would you ask this question? It should be readily apparent and you're acting as if it's a dumb question. That's not constructive. And so for me, it was really important that I say something about this because when you're talking about organizing, when you're talking about your knowledge base and learning new things, you don't want to scare someone away. You don't want to make them feel like it's unattainable or that it's so evident that they were that they're missing something just because they may need to go a different route than you did. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you agree, disagree, if you feel that maybe some more discussions like this would be important to have. One thing I've noticed from the people who tend to tune in for the channel is that they're very supportive with one another. And I hope that that continues because I think that the more we communicate, have discussions, reinforce one another, and look at how we can collaborate, the better off we are. Thank you again. Please like, subscribe, comment. I look forward to continuing the conversation, and I will talk to you soon.